gadget that tests the pit in a physics package. It generates a neutron shower. If the neutrons come off of the generator, then the bomb will go off.
Welcome to our virtual tour of the Atomic Museum in Las Vegas. Nestled in the heart of Las Vegas, this unique museum offers a compelling journey through the history of nuclear science and its profound impact on the world. The Atomic Museum, formerly known as the National Atomic Testing Museum, provides an in-depth look at the history of nuclear testing at the Nevada Test Site and beyond. In this tour, we'll delve into the fascinating exhibits that showcase the development and testing of nuclear weapons. From interactive displays to rare artifacts, the museum offers a comprehensive and engaging exploration of this pivotal period in history. Join us as we uncover the secrets and stories of the atomic age right here in Las Vegas.
They were healthy and middle class. There was no unemployment. What you did at the lab dictated
This
your
is
social
because
standing,
the water
as
samples
well as
must
why
provide
you
clear readings in order to produce accurate data. Today, the senior manager, Kim Rayfeld, has given the okay to begin sampling. The workstation near the well site has already been prepared with the needed bottles, buckets, markers, labels, coolers, and personal protective equipment, so samples can be quickly and accurately collected and labeled.
But they
To
also
work
know
quickly,
the
pitch in,
heat
get the
separation,
job done.
basic
In assembly line fashion, Mike hands a bottle to Dan, who fills the bottle with water from the well.
some senior lab
Then,
officials
Dawn properly labels the bottle and prepares it for storage and shipment.
It became known as
The water they're collecting from this pipe comes from a recently drilled well that
In
goes
the beginning
down
of
more
April
than 2,000
1943,
feet to get to the
Oppenheimer
ground
assembled
level,
the staff
deep
at
below
about
the desert
30
surface.
for a series of introductory lectures by his collaborator, Robert Server, to sum up the studies of the weapon from the previous summer in Berkeley. It also incorporated research done on fission over the past year. It was determined that explosive means would do the job by taking a subcritical mass and making it critical, so the radioactive material would detonate. Two methods to do that had been devised. One was a gun method, where two halves of subcritical material were shot together to form the critical mass, starting the nuclear detonation. It was discovered the gun method would work with uranium, but not with plutonium.
The plutonium was spontaneous fission, and that produced neutrons all the time. And at a sufficiently high rate, suddenly the top priority really shifted over to the plutonium.
The gun method was the easiest, but the science of implosion would have to be developed also. It required science and engineering that would enable simultaneous and uniform compression of plutonium. Because nothing like this had ever been created, the plutonium weapon would also have to be tested. It would be months before the first significant amounts of nuclear material would be delivered. Before that could happen, there were many questions which came down to the central problem Helium-239 released their energy efficiently, at the right time, in a casing that airplanes could deliver. One of the biggest problems was extracting U-235 from U-238. That was the job of the plant at Oak Ridge, Tennessee. A gas diffusion method was used where thousands of stages of the operation, thousands of miles of piping, and hundreds of acres of barriers were used to produce the metal from uranium-enriched gas. Also used for an electromagnetic separation and thermal diffusion method to produce and refine the material. Oak Ridge employed thousands of workers. A team had also been assembled in Chicago by Glenn Seaborg to devise a method for extracting plutonium. Hanford, Washington was selected as the location to build reactors for its extraction. But Hanford depended as much on chemical separation as it did on reactors. The chemistry was Glenn Seaborg's, massively scaled up from his university.
Of plutonium in this way. This meant that we had to work, I say we, are the chemists working with me, on what they call an ultra micro chemical scale.
Slowly, the materials started coming to Los Alamos in September 1944. But those in Los Alamos who were not part of the project, life also continued. All mail to Los Alamos came with ration coupons, income tax returns, and insurance policies. Los Alamos was an army post, one that had more civilians than military personnel.
Before dawn, on the 16th of July, 1945, at Alamogordo, New Mexico, an event took place which was to change the world for all time to come. The atomic age was born. Here, in fact, is the answer to a dream as old as man himself. Limitless power at man's command. And where was it science found that giant? In the atom. A particle so infinitely small that it takes over 100 billion atoms to make up the head of a pin.
If an atom is so small, how can we know anything about it? It consists of a negatively charged white particle called an electron, which revolves in the orbit about a nucleus. The nucleus of a hydrogen atom is made up of a single particle with positive electrical charge and is known as a proton. The electrons, which are negative, are attracted by the protons, which are positive, and vice versa. But here is the use of a positive particle with no electrical charge, or neutrons. Most atoms are content with their modern life. We think of them as being stable. But others are busy day and night, seeing electronic strong, radioactive, like me, throwing off powerful waves around the atomic neutrons and protons.
Harriet Truman asked the voters to keep him in the White House for a full term. Now, that's 3 shots on television. Fortunately, they all missed me, but I don't
This hydrogen bomb melts in the Pacific brings an immediate reaction from Japanese students. 15,000 of them won't be Japanese in Tokyo.
As an attack by the Soviet Union on the United States.
I hate to say this, also wake up at 4 a.m.
Soviet leader has opened lines of communication.
What's out there is how to play in the family. What I do here is I interrupt people. By the way, you see that 8-foot rope is going to go in on that, by way of that, one of the sensors will be on the rack. The reason that's in the International Gallery is because that's one of our prisoners. That's a British tip. Let me share this with you. I drew the plans for one of these racks with ink. I was on loan for the laboratory up in Rivermont, California, where we put the design for this together. And the bean counter came right and asked me how much money I had paid. And when this was talking to you, and I made it something to do with the picture. Now, you need to know your base salary, not the paycheck. Personal information about you. And I'm paying them a buck, so we can always come by here and ask you. And I said, okay, well, I understand. I was walking away. I said, by the way, why did you do that? Well, we're going to charge the British 4 times their salary.
There you go.
Probably they will have a spaceship and come through the people. We'll probably be flying into a spaceship. Rocket goes out of the wheel, we launch it to roll up, keep it going, get it going, go around Saturn, they go back. That's why we It's taking long, could have been 5 million. 90 days, acceleration, and have the insurance top. Technology, you might do that this way. You interested in Krakatoa? About this is a British test, by the way. Yeah, we test this is a gadget that tests the pit in the physics package. It generates a neutron shower. If the neutrons come off of the generator, then the bomb will go off. It stimulates the atoms in the bomb, okay?
Oh.
But you have to have the trigger work. So we can test up to the trigger without setting a bomb off. That's why we can, even though we haven't detonated since 1998, we can still know the bombs still work, okay?
Oh.
This one was British, so the British scientists built this one and told our scientists at Livermore, or Los Alamos, I'm sorry, Los Alamos, what to build. We used that one in the test because when the trigger went off, it contaminated it and we entombed it.
Oh.
So, but this one wasn't used, so it's a museum article now, all right? It was a sister to the one that we used in the test.
Oh, nice.
Every month.
Industrial process use electricity to silent stones in the mine of uranium are ends for dispersal of smoke. As the first step to fuel cycle, uranium recovery furnaces mining natural uranium from the earth. The mined uranium ore is crushed and chemically treated to separate the uranium, which is one of the This process leaves us with the yellow cake, the powder form of silica oxide. Ingestion is a process in which the uranium is converted to a form suitable for enrichment. Natural uranium only contains 7% uranium-235. The isotope that maintains the nuclear reactor's chain
build and not have broad cross-section. You didn't have artificial barriers of they're press people or they're not scientists. Everyone understood they were a key player in making it work.
We all knew we had a particular job to do, and we all worked together and made it happen. It was a great family atmosphere.
Most of the scientists was good people. We got along real good. They were kind of nice. We're feeling.
They knew that we not only worked with our brains, but we worked with our hands. One of the favorite sayings was, in spite of supervision, we did get something done.
The solutions to the problems, 9 times out of 10, come from these guys, because they know how to work with their hands, they know how to think on their feet, they know how to get things done quickly.
They didn't brush off any idea. Somebody would come to them with an idea, and they said, well, let's try that.
Where scientists would have no clue how to solve the problem with getting the coal samples. The driller from Oklahoma would suggest, whatever you solve wrong. Well, it's a great idea, it works.
In most cases, you was interested enough in the project, you wanted to see what was happening. We got to witness any number of events, and you got to stand alongside the pickup truck and feel the sway of the earth as the shock waves come past your location.
There were a number of times when my crew and myself, we'd sit on top of the bomb and eat our lunch. We just took it as another piece of material after a while, you know.
I know I was in some areas that the dose was low.
A little bit of our lives for a long time. I know that radiation sure doesn't do you any good.
Never have so few had so much to tell, but could say so little.
You want to brag
But you also
I put that as one for marine conservation. Hopefully that's gonna
been very good friend. Used to tell people every generation was raised that it was something totally different. Any experience that I had before. Everyone very interested in make benefits with versus artificial barriers. They're craftspeople or they're not scientists. Everyone needs to, they were people making.
We all knew we had a
somebody who wanted to get an idea, and there was no, let's try it.
Thank you.